The overbearing HOA thought they could bully me with fines, threats, and show-ups at my home. But when my son's highly trained bodyguard answered the door, their arrogance collided with unexpected force. What happens when entitlement meets disciplined defense? Chaos, intimidation reversed, and a lesson they'll never forget. It was a quiet morning when the knock came at the door. I was sipping my coffee, reading through the weekend mail when my son's phone buzzed. Outside, a group of individuals in HOA uniforms, though some carried the air of wannabe authority rather than legal right, were gathered, whispering and peering into my property. Their reputation had preceded them, an aggressive HOA, infamous for intimidation, fines, and overreach. The group expected to find a single homeowner alone, perhaps intimidated by their presence. What they did not anticipate was that my son had hired a bodyguard, a trained professional, to ensure his family's safety due to prior threats from overzealous HOA representatives. I watched through the window as the leader of the HOA group, Karen, stepped forward with an air of self-righteous authority. She carried a clipboard filled with imagined violations and waved it toward my front door. "We need to speak with the homeowner about these complaints," she called. Their tone was condescending, as if power itself could be wielded by proximity. The front door opened, and my son's bodyguard stepped forward. Towering, composed, and visibly trained, he looked directly at the HOA group. "I'm with the homeowner. Please state your business clearly or leave the property immediately." His calm, authoritative tone carried a weight that instantly altered the dynamics. Karen faltered, briefly unsure. Her confident posture wavered. She had assumed compliance, assumed fear, and assumed she could assert authority without consequence. But she had never faced professional training combined with disciplined restraint in such a situation. One of the HOA members attempted to push forward. The bodyguard moved subtly, positioning himself between them and the entrance, maintaining a defensive but firm stance. "Do not come any closer. Any aggressive action will be documented and prosecuted." The subtle tension escalated. Neighbors began to peek from windows and porches, sensing the unusual confrontation. The bodyguard's presence transformed what would have been a routine intimidation into a standoff, a dramatic power reversal. Karen tried to speak, attempting to assert authority verbally, but the bodyguard maintained eye contact, unyielding. Every word she uttered was interrupted by calm but commanding gestures, a silent reminder that any misstep could result in legal consequences. Realizing their tactics had failed, the HOA members hesitated. They had no legal ground, no right to intimidate, and now faced the unexpected combination of vigilance, preparation, and physical presence. The bodyguard remained composed, ready to escalate if necessary, but preferring restraint and clear communication. As the standoff continued, I came to the door, fully aware of the potential for escalation, but confident in the protective measures my son had arranged. "These are private premises. Any further attempts to intimidate, trespass, or harass will be recorded and reported to law enforcement." Karen's face flushed with frustration. Her plan had been to bully, to coerce compliance, and to assert authority. Instead, she confronted the reality that she had underestimated the household's preparation. Her body language betrayed panic, embarrassment, and the dawning realization that she could not dictate terms. Eventually, the HOA group retreated, muttering excuses and threatening letters, which would later be dismissed legally. The neighborhood witnessed firsthand that preparation, professional presence, and calm authority could overturn intimidation tactics. I spent the next several weeks documenting the incident, videos, photos, and detailed logs. Local authorities were informed, ensuring any future harassment would be legally addressed. The story spread quickly, highlighting how arrogance, entitlement, and imagined authority often crumble when confronted with strategy, professionalism, and clear legal boundaries. Months later, life returned to calm. The HOA's attempts to regain authority were systematically neutralized. The bodyguard, while rarely needed again, remained a visible deterrent, symbolizing the importance of preparation and protection. Neighbors approached me, inspired by the tale, and shared their own experiences with overreaching HOA members, creating a network of mutual support and awareness. The incident became a lesson in accountability. Authority must be legitimate, respect must be earned, and intimidation tactics often backfire when faced with courage, preparation, and strategic defense. The HOA learned in a dramatic fashion that actions without legal and ethical grounding carry consequences beyond mere fines or threats.